Unit 7. Changes. Recording 1. Part 1.
Now, have you ever daydreamed about changing your life forever? About giving up your job and setting off for a distant country where you can find love and happiness? Well, Jessica Fox did just that, and she's on the line now to tell us about her journey. Jessica, welcome to the programme.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, you started your journey in Los Angeles. Tell me about your life there. What was your job? What sort of lifestyle did you have?
I was consulting for NASA, and I was doing what I loved. I was living in a city that I adored, and I had an extraordinary network of friends. I can only describe it as like an abstract taste that I was missing. And so it was about a year, I began daydreaming of something quite different.
And did you have an actual vision of what the change might be?
I would often sit down in my studio and just dream of different things, and usually they turned into the screenplays I was writing. And this dream kept on coming back of working in a used bookshop by the sea. And
working in a used bookshop by the sea?
In Scotland, yes.
In Scotland, right. Had you ever had any connection with used bookshops or Scotland before?
None. Absolutely none.
Part 2.
And so did you set about doing something to realise the dream?
Yeah, and it happened quite quickly, actually. I typed in used bookshop Scotland into Google, and Wigtown came up. Scotland's national book town of, I think it was about 16 bookshops. And I thought, oh my gosh, one of them hopefully would take me in for kind of a live-work exchange while I was on holiday. And I could realise this dream of.
So did you just send an email to these bookshops and ask them to take you in?
I sent one email to the first bookshop on the list, which was The Bookshop, and it was the largest used bookshop in Scotland. And within a couple of emails, this sort of extraordinary, generous bookshop owner said, yeah, I host a lot of other artists. Come on over for the festival.
And so you came over
I did.
And you stayed at the bookshop. What sort of a bookshop was it? What sort of impression did it make on you when you first arrived?
I would describe it as if Harry Potter had a bookshop, this would be it.
And what about the bookshop owner? Did you get on with him?
I did. I was here for a specific reason. I really wanted to get away from things I wanted to write. So when I first met the bookshop owner, it was a friendly relationship I had with him. I didn't get to know him very much until towards the end of my stay.
Part 3.
Your month ended and you went back to LA. Did you find yourself missing the shop and missing the owner?
Yeah, I loved the shop. I loved the town itself and the people there. And it took me a while to admit it was actually most of all the bookshop owner that I was missing.
And how did you find out that he was missing you too?
We would correspond over email and Skype, and I'd get lovely packages from him with things I missed about Wigtown. And this is terrible, such as the biscuits, the digestive biscuits that I absolutely adore. And a lot of the sweets and movies. I fell in love with Scottish films.
So your relationship deepened. Did you think, well, maybe I'm falling in love with this man?
Yeah, and I think the reason why it took so long for me to admit was it meant a radical life shift. And luckily, my job shifted at NASA. So suddenly I had this freedom of being able to be anywhere in the world that I wanted. And I just thought, well, why let all my characters in my movies have all the fun? I wanted to jump in and try this. This was a true challenge and adventure.
So tell me about your life now, living above the bookshop in Scotland.
Well, right now there's a heater underneath my legs. It is absolutely freezing. There's ice crawling up the windows, but it is very cozy. The snow's just hit here. It's beautiful outside. And Wigtown remains, 4 years on, remains as charming as when I first came.
How's it going with the bookshop owner?
Wonderful. You couldn't find a more beautiful place, and you couldn't find more excellent people. And, the love of my life's here, so.
Jessica, it's been wonderful to speak to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Unit 7. Recording 2. 1. When I was a child, I used to cycle to school. 2.
My brother always used to listen to heavy metal music.
3. My family used to live in a different city. 4.
I used to stay up all night dancing. Now I get tired at 10 p.m.
5. We didn't used to have any pets. 6.
We used to go skiing in the holidays.
Unit 7, Recording 3. 1. Used to. I used to cycle to school. When I was a child, I used to cycle to school. 2.
Used to. Used to listen. My brother always used to listen to heavy metal music.
3. Used to. Used to live. My family used to live in a different city. 4.
Used to. Used to stay up. I used to stay up all night dancing.
5. Didn't used to. Didn't used to have any pets. We didn't used to have any pets. 6.
Used to. Used to go skiing. We used to go skiing in the holidays.
Unit 7, Recording 4. 1.
I'm doing an English course to improve my speaking.
2. I'll do many jobs in the future because I like to try different things. 3.
I'd like to become famous, so I'm going to study acting.
4. You need to communicate well to become successful in my job. 5.
I'd like to make a film about my life because I've had many great experiences.
6. I'd love to spend time abroad to experience another culture. 7.
I'm going to take an exam, so I have to study a lot.
8. It's difficult to be an imposter because you can never relax. Unit 7, Recording 5. Conversation 1.
Excuse me, where do I register for my course? Do you know where the main reception is? Sorry? The main reception? Oh, yes. The registration desk is there. Thank you so much.
Conversation 2.
Excuse me, where's the study centre?
It's next to the cafeteria.
The cafeteria? Oh, where's that?
Follow me. I'll take you there.
Thank you, that's very kind.
Conversation 3.
Where can I use the internet?
You can use the computers in the library or in the study centre.
Do I have to pay?
No.
So it's free for students?
Yes, that's right.
Conversation 4.
Excuse me, what time is the library open? It's open every day from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Did you say every day? Yes, that's right. Every day from 9 in the morning until 6 in the evening. Thank you.
Conversation 5.
Could you help me? Where can I get a new student card? I've lost mine.
OK, if you go to the main reception, you can get a new one.
Thank you.
Conversation 6.
Excuse me, can you help me find my classroom? Sure, what number is it? 301. Okay, you need to go up to the 3rd floor, and it's on the right.
Conversation 7.
Where can I buy a notebook?
There's a stationery shop downstairs.
Sorry?
There's a stationery shop downstairs.
Thank you so much.
Conversation 8.
Can you help me?
Yes, maybe.
I need to find out about my accommodation. Can you tell me where to go?
Accommodation? I think you have to go to the welfare office over there, next to the bookshop.
Thank you.
Unit 7, Recording 6. 1.
Do you know where the main reception is?
Sorry?
2.
It's next to the cafeteria.
The cafeteria? Oh, where's that?
3.
Do I have to pay?
No.
So it's free for students.
4.
It's open every day from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Did you say every day?
5.
I need to find out about my accommodation. Can you tell me where to go?
Accommodation? I think you have to go to the welfare office.
Unit 7, Recording 7. 1.
Do you know where the main reception is?
Sorry?
2.
It's next to the cafeteria.
The cafeteria? Where's that?
3.
Do I have to pay?
No.
So it's free for students.
4.
It's open every day from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Did you say every day?
5.
I need to find out about my accommodation. Can you tell me where to go?
Accommodation? I think you have to go to the welfare office.
Unit 7, Recording 8.
Well, when I first arrived in the USA, it was a very interesting time for me. The biggest problem was that I couldn't really speak the language very well. I learned English at school and at university in Poland, but it's very different when you are living in the country and you need to speak it all the time. I felt very nervous when I had to speak to American people, like in the shops or when you meet friends, and I couldn't understand what people were saying to me. It was terrible. I used to stay at home and watch loads of television to try and understand what people were saying. Luckily, I made friends very quickly with some American girls, so we used to go out together, and that really helped me. After a few months, my English was much better. I felt more confident, and now I talk to people all the time, but it was hard at the beginning.